Hello guys, welcome back to Steep Riderz. We've got two Sinnis terrains here. We'll pass you over to the owners and they'll tell you some more about it.
Hey guys, so this is my Sinnis terrain 125. She's a 17 plate. I've owned her since the 14th of November last year.
So engine size, they're 125ccs, aren't they?
Yes.
So are they fuel injected or carbed?
They are fuel injected.
And it's a single cylinder, isn't it?
Yeah, single cylinder.
Oh, what horsepower have they got?
They are 11.2 horsepower.
11.2. Fine. And the gears?
The gears are 1 down and 4 up.
Storage wise, you've both got the boxes, haven't you? But you've got
I've got like the standard stock boxes, but the upgraded back one.
Right.
Upgraded top one. You can fit a lid in it.
How much is the uprated one then? Like, how much more than the other one?
I think the small one, like the standard one's like £40. I think this one comes up to about 85.
Okay.
But you can fit a lid, so.
Cool. And they're sort of like a metal look, aren't they? But they're actually plastic.
Yeah, they're actually all plastic.
Yeah.
But they do look, because of this grey, it does look metal.
Yeah, it's really good. Do they come, so the little seat, backrest, is that on the standard one as well, or not?
Yes, this one is on the standard, but it's much lower on the standard. This is sort of the right height if you ever carry a pillion, not on an L plate.
Not the best idea.
But otherwise they are, I would say the upgraded box is better for the cushioning than the standard.
Do you have any under seat storage?
No.
No.
No under seat storage?
Not at all. It's all.
I suppose you don't really need it, do you, when you got the...
It's got all the ECU and obviously all the gadgets that you need to store basically. There's literally no room whatsoever.
Your fuse boxes are under there.
Fine. So have you ever taken, either of you, on like a long journey? Like, how was it for comfort?
I went all the way to Findon, past Worthing, and that was a comfortable ride. I must say the seating is at the right height. You're sat upright, really comfortable, and you don't ache afterwards. So it is comfort.
I think the furthest I've been is Bexhill-on-Sea. Travelling up there, didn't have no backache, leg ache, cramps or anything. It was just an enjoyable ride. You can just enjoy riding her, and obviously just enjoying the scenery without obviously being hurting or feeling pain. It's just a really comfortable ride.
How about the wind protection? Because you've got quite a big screen on the front, haven't you?
If you're like sort of my height, 6'2", you can obviously feel it where you're a bit more taller and riding, and sometimes you do get like hit with the winds quite a bit.
Yeah.
But if you're quite smaller than I am, you don't really think.
Sort of goes over your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does sort of, because how you're sat, it does go over the top of your helmet, so it is quite good. But my height.
You're right, yeah, it's perfect for that, isn't it? Yeah. What's the best thing that you both like about the bike?
Comfortable.
Yeah.
She's a nice ride, so even long or short journeys, she's comfortable. You're happy to get on her and go. So
It does everything that you basically need for a 125. You can take her out, obviously, if you go off-roading, take her off-roading, she'll perform as an off-roader. If you take her out on the road, like normal roads, she'll ride like a normal bike on the road.
So these are one of the very few adventure 125s, aren't they?
Yeah.
I only know of the Honda, is it Verado?
I believe so, yeah.
With Dare, something like that. But is there any others or not?
not that
I'm aware of that. It's obviously got all like the safety bars and the luggage boxes. I wouldn't say so, no.
Yeah. So they're quite a unique bike, really, aren't they? Because you don't. Yeah. So mods wise, what have you guys got, and are you thinking of getting any others for it?
I've got on her heat grips, which are brilliant for long journeys because then you're not cold. I've got spotlights, which are brilliant in the dark or country roads, and I've got an alarm as well.
On my Sinnis, I did have the same spotlights, bought them the same day and everything, wired them all up, didn't work. Turned out I had a dodgy switch and it basically almost fried the ECU and I had to replace all of the fuses.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
expensive.
was literally that close to having a new brain put on the bike.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did that cost to fix?
Obviously, I had to strip out all the spotlights and like rewire like, a load of cables, and it was say about £50 to obviously do all the wiring.
That's quite cheap, to be fair. I thought it'd be a lot more than that.
I have a good friend who obviously helps me fix her. Yeah, all I had to do was sort out the wiring and put brand new fuses on it. Once that was done, she started up and rided perfectly after I took the spotlights off. That's
lucky.
the reason why I don't have spotlights anymore.
Why did you both choose this bike over other 125s?
I've had many 125s throughout the years, but I found her, she was the most comfortable in positioning, so, and she's a really nice ride as well. That's probably the thing. Comfort and a good ride.
I will have to say, obviously when I first looked at them, it was just, I liked the style of them and how they looked. And I was just going through all the videos and the views of them, and obviously sitting on one, I was like, I just got to have one. And obviously when I had a test ride on one, I just bought it instantly because I just fell in love with obviously how it performed, how it rided, the upgrades that you can do to it.
What is the price for one of these new?
One of these brand new is, I think it's £2.5 grand brand new.
That's very cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
For a,
In November last year I picked up mine, obviously where she's 17 plate, just for £1 grand. And that obviously had the upgraded top box, which I don't have anymore. So, and then obviously
what sort of miles was that on?
that was before I had her. I think she was on 8,000 miles. Now I've had her, she's on 18,000 miles.
Shows they're quite good engines then, if they're going up to 18.
I think someone else has had one, and his is up to like 30,000 miles.
Wow. That's quite high for 125 as well, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, they do go, they do last, I must say.
Yeah.
They don't struggle with the long journeys or the loads of miles you put on them. She still goes. So.
There's obviously we're a part of the Sinnis forum, and there's two guys who've travelled around France and everything, and they've been over there for about a month, and they've had no issue whatsoever. They've obviously taken like the spare tyre and everything, spare leads. They even have had to use it once.
Wow.
They are reliable, I must say.
Yeah. You could have literally through so much toughness, roughness, whatever, and she'll come out perfect. Won't cut up, won't die, won't kill over, everything. She'll do
Just
what
a
you
bit
tell her.
dirty.
Yeah. For the braking system on the Sinnis terrains, the front is a dual brake system, which is called a link system. They are hydraulic brakes for the front and back. The rear one is just a single brake, which is on the right hand side.
What's the top speed of these then?
11.2 horsepower.
No, the top speed.
Oh, top speed. You can either get 60, but
60.
yeah, if you're going down here, you can go over 70.
Cool.
72 at a push.
Ah, there you go. So, suspension wise, is it good, bad?
When I first got her, obviously it had off-road tyres, off-roading. Yeah, it's not too bad. There was bits sometimes where obviously going over the bumps and off-roading, it did hurt your back a bit, but obviously that's a learning curve. Everything, you know, the limit of the bike. On a road commute, obviously going over speed bumps or like potholes, it does give you good sustainability.
Have you had any off-road experience with it yet or not?
I haven't.
No.
Because I personally don't like off-roading. I'd rather stay on the road. So anyone that does off-roading, not me.
Fair enough.
Call him.
Yeah, and I do it with off-road road cars.
What about the weight or seat height?
Another weight is 150 kilos.
Cool. Is that dry or wet?
That I wouldn't know.
It just says 150.
One of the two.
Yeah. But
We'll edit it
Length
in.
is 2090. Width is 865. Height is 1,280. Seat height is 800.
800. That's good.
Wheelbase is 1,370. And handlebar width is 870.
So how can you both flat foot this when you're on it or not?
I can't because I've got an upgraded back tyre which is a more thicker, fatter tyre. So
Okay.
it does lift me up. But
Yeah.
I'm, what am I, 5'7"?
5'7".
So anyone a bit shorter than that is going to suffer.
How are the lights?
They are really
The
good.
bulk standard lights are perfect. Don't get the high end light because I've seen it and witnessed. If you get a high end bulb, it actually melts the actual headlight casing,
Oh, okay.
and it actually melts, and you can actually start seeing smoke come out.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Don't want that then.
No.
Are they LEDs? Halogen?
Halogen is in my one.
Yeah, I think I've got halogen in mine.
Yeah. The side lights are LEDs?
So
Yeah.
yeah, side lights are LEDs.
Are they always on when it's...
You
You
turn
can
them
have
off
it on and off.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Dashboard wise, what sort of settings do you have on there? So lap timer, clock, that sort of thing.
We have on there, you have the clock obviously,
Speed.
speed, the mileage that you can do,
You've got RPM?
yes, for
Yeah.
RPM. You can reset the travel journey, so obviously when you go to refuel up, you can obviously press one of the buttons to reset it.
Has it got a fuel gauge?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
has
got
got-
Digital,
Digital,
fuel,
yeah.
fuel gauge.
Cool.
Roughly about 200 miles to tank. You don't
Decent.
push it.
Bad points wise, what sort of problems have you guys had with them, if
Right.
any?
I can tell you straight away, obviously where they are a Chinese bike, and obviously come from Chinese and made in China and everything, it's really hard to get parts for. So like obviously if your chain goes or you need a new chain and sprocket set, you'll be on a backlog for at least about a month or so trying to get the parts for it.
Are they expensive parts wise, or...?
Not really for,
They're affordable. You just
Yeah.
have to wait till they're in stock, really.
so now and then I would say they do have trouble starting up. It doesn't matter if it's in the cold weather or like baking hot or snowing.
Yeah.
They just, for some reason, they just won't start for 5 minutes. But as soon as you start it up, it's fine. It's just one of them things with the bikes that's been common apparently. They just don't like to start for a random reason. No one's found out why. They just won't start. For if you leave it, obviously, they won't start.
That is one bad thing, is it's only got electrical start.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't even kick start her. You've got to jump her or like run start her type thing.
Bump start.
Bump start.
That's the only bad thing. 'Cause it only got the electric start. But otherwise, she's lovely.
So Pillion wise, we ended up, I just had to take
Yeah.
you on the back, didn't I? And that was, how was that for you? Is it comfortable?
Yeah, it was pretty comfortable, but I would say, like you said, she does not like pillions.
No,
They do struggle.
it was definitely struggling,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, I mean it is a 125, so there's always going to be that issue, but yeah, I think it was quite comfy for me as well, to be fair. There wasn't
Yeah.
really, you weren't sat like against me or anything.
No.
It was all right.
Obviously going through the bends and everything, she leaned as she would, obviously. There's comfort while you're leaning, so.
Yeah, seemed
Yeah.
fine, didn't it? So overall, would you guys recommend this 125 to anyone looking to buy one?
Definite. I'd
Yeah.
probably say as your first 125, she's comfortable, good ride. It's just like
Reliable.
you feel confident on her. So that's what you really need.
And obviously, we always get these questions, obviously, when we go to bike meets and everything. Surely that's not a 125, because it's too big for a 125, everyone says. They're like, yeah, it's a 125. People just don't believe it's a 125.
It's definitely got that big
Yeah.
bike look about it, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
That's another reason why you feel so confident on the road, because you're not so small. You're actually like a lump on the road.
Yeah, definitely.
They are perfect bikes, literally, from the start off for a 125 person who would want to go and get one. I would 100% recommend getting one of these. You couldn't go wrong with them. Obviously, like the parts and that, yes, but for commute and everything, perfect for what you need. All type of adventures that you can have. So yeah, obviously, standard wise, when you buy the bike, the headlight will always stay on, but in my case, if you take this off, it's got 3 screws underneath. If you take this off, you can actually fiddle with the switch and you can actually turn the headlights off. Obviously, like, you've got the side lights, you turn off. Important thing for this 125 as well, obviously, if you do break down or you need to stop for your mates or whatever, it has hazard lights as well.
Which are very, very
Very good.
useful, especially at night time.